Hi, and welcome back to Tarot Life Coach channel with me, your host, Tonya Melendez. So today is Monday, August 19th, and we are right at about a point of a blue moon. Now, blue moon is a second full moon in the same sign within a 30-day time period. So here we are with this full moon coming in Aquarius. And so what this means is for not just the sign of Aquarius, but for all of us, is that this is all about opening, all about allowing. And our power phrase for this week is about strength and opening. And it's really about trusting and being patient. So before we go any further, let's go ahead and see what cards we're using, and then we'll take it to prayer. So our mantra message this week will come from the archangels, and our message was with every full moon comes from our goddess sisters. And I have a special for you today. I'm going to show you a little bit of doing a full moon ritual for yourself. So let's just go ahead and take it to prayer. Breathing in good, breathing in grace, breathing in openness, patience, strength, and vulnerability, bringing in light and love, gratitude and grace, ease and lightness. I'm breathing in prosperity and abundance and divine and perfect health. And so as I breathe in all of these aspects of the divine, I absolutely know I'm one with the divine. I am one with all that the divine is. So I know I am strong. I am open. I am abundant and prosperous. I am healthy and whole. I am loved and I am loving. I am the I am. And as I know that this is my truth, I absolutely know this for everyone watching and listening to this video. So I bless our week, call it great, call it good, call it in gratitude, knowing that this full moon opens us to the newest possibilities of our lives as we open and expand who we are more and more, truer and truer, taking off any masks. Any old versions of ourselves are just cut free now, released. And so I bless our beautiful body temples, our minds, our bodies, and our spirits, knowing that we are the open vessels to receive all of the good that the universe has in store for us, because I know there is nothing we can do, only the divine can do. And so I bless our creative work and our professional work and whatever we do for our ways of making a living. I bless it and call it good. I bless our body temples, knowing we are right where we need to be. I bless our homes, our pets, our relationships. I bless our families, and I bless our modes of transportation. I bless our complete lives, knowing that where we are, the divine is. I bless it all and call it good. Call it and claim it good. I claim it in love. I claim it in prosperity. I claim it in all that is right here and right now. And so I'm just releasing the past. I'm releasing any fears, releasing any story, any drama, any cords, chains, seeds, anything that needs to be lifted and uprooted. I release you now. You have no power over any of us, over me, over anyone listening and watching. And so I just know that right here and now a miracle is happening on this day. And so I'm just open to the miraculous and magical moments that the miracles bring right here and right now. I claim it all. I know it is all good, all is well. I release these words, and it's the right and divine action of the law, knowing it is good. Amen. So what a good prayer. So let's go ahead and get started, because I do want to show you a little bit about a ritual. And I wanted to also tell you a little bit about my magical moments on Mondays. And as I'm shuffling, I will tell you about that. So every Monday now I have a magical moment, and it is just a short newsletter, but it really kind of gives you that Monday morning Java. It's your Monday morning miracle, because it also gets you in the right frame of mind for the week and allows you to be centered and open. So this week was all about perception of change. If you're on my Facebook, friends, you can find it there, or you can check it out. If you send me your email, I will send you the subscription-based, and you can get it in your mailbox every Monday at 9 a.m. And so with that said, let's just go and look at this wonderful message we got from the archangels. We got gifts from God. Archangel Sandophon, we angels bring you the gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. Open, ready to receive. How good that message is. I'm so grateful for that. So really breathe into that. Breathe into your power. Breathe into being open to receiving. And so let's see what the goddesses have to say today. It's a beautiful day here in South Florida, and I'm just knowing that all that we need to know comes to us with grace and ease. And so this week, if you can, while it's a moonlit night wherever you are, get out there, connect with that moon energy, and allow it to just flow to you. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm so blessed and grateful for the cards that we got from the goddesses. And so this is really what I've been working on this week, and so now I'm seeing that it really is manifesting, and when that is our message for this week. And so before I get to the goddess messages, because they're right here in my hand, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the message for this week, and it's all about being strong, but also being vulnerable, and as well as that, it's also being patient as well as being open. We have to be open to receive, but we also have to be patient for what it is that we want to receive, because there is strength in your vulnerability, and there's strength also in being patient, because when you connect your heart to your spirit and to your mind, that's when things start to change, things start to bubble up, and things start to shift in your body. When, like I said in the prayer, we release any of the old patterns, release any of the old stories, the dramas, the chains, cords, whatever needs to be released. It's time for us to let it go, get it all out. It doesn't serve us anymore, because all it does is create more drama in our mind, because that's where that fear is, that's where the ego is, and that's why the ego is in the mind, because it makes up all these stories, maybes, mights, shouldas, wouldas, couldas, and we imagine all these things to be true, when but in reality, it's not. It's an illusion that we've made up, and it started here. So start from here. Start with where the center of your being is, because without our heart, we wouldn't live. Just like we can be brain dead, but our heart still has to be pumping. So allow yourself, take those deep breaths, fill into your center of your being, in your heart chakra. I talked a lot about that. I did put a list of heart chakra things in the miracle moments for this week. So breathe into that heart space, and that's why I always put my hand on my heart. One of my dearest teachers, Jennifer Hadley, she always said just taking that moment, putting your hand on your heart, really connects you with your spirit. And so being patient for what it is that you want to receive. It's not going to come like that, because you have to be open and a receptacle. You have to have a container to fill all of that you want to receive. So open, expand, allow, and be patient. So now let's get to the message for this week from the goddesses. So like I said, I've been working on this, and so it's true love, and it says, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So this is for everyone who is wanting this. And this is also about loving yourself, making sure that you're taking care of your needs, loving yourself with self-respect and self-kindness and gentleness and compassion. It's easy for us to be compassionate and loving to others, but we have to remember to do that also for ourselves. So then we get Green Tara, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. We have other people to help. And just today, I asked a beautiful friend of mine, I call her Goddess, and as a lot of my beautiful spiritual women friends, I call her Goddess, and I said, you know what, I could really use some help with this, and she said, you got it. And my beautiful friend Deb, I've asked Deb for her, guidance, and how can I, embrace that. So of course I do ask other people for help, and again, that allows me to be open and vulnerable and show them that no, I don't have all the answers, because I know that I don't. I'm still studying, I'm still learning, I'm still doing all that I do. So allow yourself to also be open to receiving help from others. It does not make you weak. It actually shows that you're strong and you're vulnerable at the same time, and it shows people who you really are. With no mask, the mask is off. And then of course, everyone's favorite, we get prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So we got two messages that are saying being open to receiving. So I guess we better be open to receiving. So breathe that in. I am open to receiving the blessings that the universe has in store for me. I am open to receiving the blessings that the universe has in store for me right now. All right, it's done. I said it out. So you say your piece. So let's see what the tarot has to say, and then I'll show you my lovely little, just a little piece of the rituals, some of the rituals that I do. First off, I always have incense burning. I love the smell that the incense provides, and as well as the calm that it provides. And I just love how I feel with the incense. It always smells so good. So our tarot cards, wow, are a little bit different, but interesting. So we get the Ace of Swords. Remember, swords represent air and thought, so making sure that you are focused on the positive. You see the light is breaking through the clouds there, so make sure you keep your mind attuned to being open to receiving. And then here, the Three of Swords. So what this is telling me is that, again, opening your heart to receive, letting go of those false stories of who you thought you were, who others thought you were, and allowing yourself to step into, again, no mask, full frontal. Let people see you for who you are. There is no other you, and there will never be another you. So celebrate who you are right now by shining who you are, by showing who you are, and being who you really are. And then here we go. We get the Four of Swords, and this person is, locked in. So open up. Break out of your shell. Why not? There's something new and exciting around the corner for you. You have to be open to receiving it. So even though I didn't feel like these cards at first worked, I realized that the message is all about, again, being open to receiving, letting go of the old stories, the old wounds, and keeping yourself mindful. Being vulnerable does not make you weak. Being vulnerable actually makes you strong, because it shows people who you really are. And that's what all we really want is love. And if all we really want is love, how can we get that if we're not showing who we truly are? Because we always say, I want someone to love me for who I am. Then be who you are. All right. So with that said, I wanted to show you, of course, I've got my crystals. So here, I love my selenite. I use this a lot. It's a selenite wand, and I use this a lot during the moon, and I also have my beautiful moonstone. They're very powerful stones to use during the moon. So what I like to do with the moon, and I also have my pendulum, which is made out of labradorite. So next time I'll do a video on how to use or charge your pendulum. But put your crystals out in the moonlight. That's a good way. And any rituals that you do them where you can be in the moonlight, or go for a walk with the moonlight. I like to walk in the sun with my crystals in my hand, and then I go back at night and do the same thing in the opposite direction. Because some things I'm letting go, some things I'm bringing in. That's what the moon is about. And then, of course, if you look here, I've got my element of water. I always invite in air, water, fire, and earth. And so the crystals represent the earth, because the crystals do come for the earth. And then my shells come from the water, and I've got some sand in there as well. And I use my incense here too, because that brings in the element again of air, again with the incense. So my earth element then is a beautiful flower. So I picked this outside the other day, and it's doing pretty good. So there, I've got earth, water, fire, air. And I was gifted this beautiful Tibetan bowl. And again, air, the sound of music. So to start any ritual, I always like to just chime my bell or my bowl, and I just recite whatever I'm open to receiving, the abundant blessings of the universe. And then I won't chime it so close, but I do like to do a little chime. Earth, water, fire, air, all my goddesses, archangels, ascended masters. So use whatever you like. And again, I really like to, I have my candles. Oh, I love the candles. So look up some different things. Right today I'm using blue, and blue uses to increase power. And yesterday I used yellow, and that's all about, again, shining, being bright, and being optimistic, and really allowing that. It's also for prosperity. So I also use essential oils. So use whatever your spirit is telling you to use. But have a wonderful full moon ritual. I can't wait to hear how everybody did. Send me an email, tarotlife@gmail.com, tarotlifecoach@gmail.com. And if you're not signed up for my Facebook, check me out, Tonya Melendez. I'd love to hear from you. Until next week, everyone, know that you are loved, you are light, and you are blessed. And so am I. Until next week, everybody, peace and blessings.